Hello and welcome to your twin flame reading for the divine masculine and the divine feminine and the current union energy going on between you and whoever your twin flame is, whether or not you know them and whatever stage of union you are at in your physical reality right now. Just know you're always in union in your heart, and even perfect union, really, and harmonizing into that as long as you choose to just love yourself. And be careful, because sometimes you might think you're choosing to love yourself, but really, like, you're kind of missing something because you're holding on to something that you might think is more important than love, which, once you're aware of that, then you can just make a new choice. So that just came up, so maybe it's helpful for you. And anyway, happy Halloween if you are into the festivities of all of that, and also happy blue moon, happy full blue moon in Taurus. And I am doing another reading for the blue moon on Twin Flames Universe channel, so I'll try to remember to add that in the tag above in case you want to check that out once it's out. This is going out first, so anyways, subscribe to that channel too, it's good. And the blue moon, well, it's conjunct Uranus, however you want to pronounce the planet, but anyways, it's really like an electrical and kind of a sudden sort of maybe change of heart, change of feelings, redirecting the flow. You might notice this for yourself, so just see how that resonates. For me, it's resonating, like I really have to say it truly is. And it's something that I've read about, and you always wonder, like, does this feel accurate to me, or like am I drawing different conclusions based on the astrological information? If you do that for yourself, or if not, that's totally cool. I'm here to provide some astrological information for you, so you can also just take it in. And but yeah, it really is about like feeling the entirety of your feelings and remembering that your feelings are very expansive and big. And I think most people are really kind of taught at some point along the way, probably even early childhood, perhaps. If not, that's awesome for you. But for me personally, like, I definitely feel like I was not encouraged to fully explore my feelings. Even like kind of stumbled over the word fully, which maybe was like kind of means something, right? But so it's safe to do that. It's safe to really realize, oh, I'm gonna feel something here, and it's gonna be like, it's gonna really impact me. But that's a good thing. You wanna feel your feelings. Like, what's the point of having like $1 million if you feel nothing, or that's like being in a coma. Like, congratulations, you're in a coma and you're a millionaire. Like, that doesn't help anything, right? So that's an interesting example, but let's get started with these cards. And so we're keeping that kind of intention to see more about what's going on with this full moon, this Halloween kind of energy, and all of the holidays around this time, and like Dia de los Muertos and so on and so forth. And the history of Halloween, like the Celtic traditions and everything, I find very fascinating. Like, I took a class on that in college. If you want to check any of that out, you can always do a quick Google search. But if you don't know, I feel like it's worth kind of knowing. And that some of the Victorian traditions too that still carry on through today. So yeah, so I have two Angel Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue, one for the DM and the DF, and have some nice real like rocky stones today, like kind of some edgy, they're all very like edgy. These are smoother, but yeah, I was just feeling that kind of texture. And then I did do one card that may be a spooky card, we will see. It's probably like the more spooky of any of my personal oracle decks, since that's not really like something I necessarily lean toward, you know. But anyway, this is the Divine Animals Oracle by Stacey Demarco, and then I have a Crystal Angels card to wrap it all together, which was originally by Doreen Virtue. So let's get started. I might have said DM, and did I like say that the wrong way? I feel like I may have, because it's interesting. I was looking at this black stone, and so not sure there what's going on, but let's just pull the cards and see. So this is the Divine Feminine side, and it says 6 of Water, memories from your history or childhood, issues regarding children, romanticizing the past. Yeah, I mean, no surprise there. Like, just very much about inner child, and what I'm getting now, you know, from kind of like, and maybe I mixed it up out loud. I guess I won't know until I rewatch this, but I mean, I'm not gonna edit it out, right? Like, it's part of the reading, and but yeah, like what I get from that is really going deeply into that place where you and your twin flame are one, like in that interrelatedness of also being a child too. Because ideally, you know, twin flames can in the future, will and should, and all these, like, grow up together. Like, you should be able to spend your childhood with your twin flame and develop with them, you know, in a healthy way. And you know, then that, like, romance can bud and bloom and blossom all at appropriate times, right? But it's like in your childhood, you're just building that foundation of friendship like you would with anyone else in a way. So that's also why it's so healthy, because, like, how cool is that you're, like, really relating to someone, to yourself essentially, that deeply, and then you're able to establish a, you know, relatedness from that place, and I'm sure have some very will have, like, more healthy relationships and more healthy, like, playing time and learning and everything. Like, I just think that's a really cool thing that can come about, and as I think just as consciousness, like, shifts basically, and people start to recognize that that's a choice that, like, we can make as a collective. So yeah, that's what's coming up. So it can also just be that in your heart, like, you could even choose that, like, you know, in your next lifetime, to have, you know, your twin flame with you in your childhood, and that could feel really relieving, just, like, making that choice right now. And whether or not you know who they are, and even if you're holding some grievances towards them, which you can do the mirror exercise for, in the book that is linked below is the best resource for that. And yeah. Oh, I also have some videos on my channel on the mirror exercise. Some of my very first videos, actually. They're a little bit, the lighting's not so good. That's all right. So, yeah. That feels really good, though, yeah, to make that choice. And it feels really good to, you know, for me to be making that choice in this reading, because I know that it's with you, too. And I think that there's something to be said about the power of choice, and something to be said about the power of making choices together, right? Like, it's powerful. And it's a good feeling. So yeah, if that's for you, you know, it's your choice, right? But it's definitely for me. And so yeah, I extend that to you, that choice to be made if you wish. So we're gonna move on to the DM, see what's cooking over here. So we have, a very happy family life. Financial security, finding magic in the little things in life. So if you're the Divine Feminine and this card comes up, I wonder what comes up for you, because I know that, you know, some twin flames are in physical separation, and that like it can be like, oh, does that mean, like, you know, my twin flame is having a happy life while I'm over here slaving away, like, miserably, or whatever. So just pay attention if anything like that happens to come up in your consciousness, or even if you're in union with your twin flame, but like you're still kind of like, oh yeah, they have it easy, they get to go to work every day, and I'm at home like toiling away, or I don't know, what, could be the opposite, could be anything. But just check in with how you feel, and recognize when you do have any resentment towards your twin flame, like feeling good, because like that's literally you feeling good, and so you're holding resentment against yourself or towards yourself, however you want to look at that. Just like, anyway, resentment is not something that is actually you, right? Like you're not made of resentment, so it's safe to let that go. And also just like, if you're getting this card and you're the divine masculine, well, it's safe to feel completely good here. Like, that's kind of the flip side too, that like if something like that does get mirrored to you in your reality, either from your twin flame, or could be anyone, could even just be an inner upset. And yeah, like that does come up sometimes when you're feeling good, just because if there's any like patterns there, past trauma, stuff like that you would be manifesting in your reality somehow, something where you feel good, things look like they're going good, and then something doesn't, like you can't have your good, basically. I mean, if something actually doesn't feel good, that's something to look at, right? And it is even in this case, but it's like, it's more like in this feeling that I'm getting is more like just you completely like claiming you're good, and that it's okay and appropriate for you to actually have all of it, including your twin flame in it too, and not like have to bargain in some area of your life that doesn't feel good, especially to suit someone else. Like this could be your parents, and I would really look at that too as the DM, like if you do have any relationships in your life, family, friendships, or otherwise, that you feel like there's some kind of expectation of you that you have to uphold that does not feel authentic or genuine to you, then there might be a need for a boundary there in that relationship, because there's something there that's not based in unconditional love, most likely. And it doesn't mean the relationship needs to end necessarily, but like you can't like have a real relationship that's like not based on you being your authentic self. I mean, that it's not like, of course you're not going to act the same in front of everyone. I mean, you're not going to like tell everyone, your whole life story in the same way. And yeah, it's just I mean, like, I think what I'm saying is pretty clear. Yeah. So let's move on to the middle cards. Let's see if this card is spooky or not spooky. See if you can guess. I'm gonna guess that, I don't know. Let's just see. Oh, a gorilla. Interesting. That's like an interesting personal symbol for me, because actually, like one of the first haunted houses that I went to, there was a gorilla that followed me around, and it was kind of scary, but like kind of funny in a way. So, I mean, not a real gorilla, obviously, right? Like someone in a gorilla costume. So yeah, but I love how this is peace and how this is oneness, and so it's kind of what it's saying is like bringing peace to those places in your consciousness that have been terrified, that there is still any kind of a horror movie playing, even if you can laugh about it, but if there's anything there that's not peaceful, it's safe to just like allow peace to seep completely into that place. And yes, if there's an upset, love yourself and do that mirror exercise through it, get to the core of the upset so you can completely root it out of your consciousness. And I also like how this picture looks kind of like a very clear consciousness. Like you can sit easily so high because you're so grounded and there's so much clarity here. that like you can see so far away, and the clouds look really fluffy. You know, it's very sweet. It's kind of funny. You can't, no gorilla face, but that's yeah. And then there's an interesting like symbol too. Well, hey, that's kind of a weird thing. So whatever's going on there. So hey, it's like a little trolley, like haha, a little Halloween in there thrown in. So yes, I really think though that speaks to just like conquering your well, I don't even want to say your, but like conquering ego in general, because like you don't need to associate with ego. You don't need to call it your ego, because it's not actually. But you are responsible though for yourself and for healing your upsets, and know that God is right there with you in truth, and like right now, literally right here with you, and just like completely laying everything down in every moment for his perfect child, which is you. And the last card that we have for tonight's reading, well, it just depends when you're watching this. Rubelite, passion and purpose. Ooh, what a juicy card. Your enthusiasm gives you energy and motivation to work on a meaningful project that's dear to your heart. So this is very life purpose oriented, obviously, and it's also indicating that like just a really easy piece of advice for this full moon is like if you have some kind of creative energy, you know, from feeling all those feelings, or maybe some sensual energy coming up, it might be a really good idea to apply this to your life purpose somehow. Maybe like you have a divine inspiration to, you know, go ahead and write something that has been cooking in the back of your mind, or whatever it could be, you know, painting, maybe just cook yourself some good food, and like you're just gonna contemplate about a part of your life purpose and watch a movie. But there's something here for you to really like go deeper with your foundation and approach your union through your purpose at this time, and perhaps something will be revealed to you too in some way or another, you know, just through a divine thought or through another person. So pay attention to that. And if you want to ask the divine for a sign to guide you on your next step, then you can also do that right now. I think I will do that, you know, in my heart. And so feel free if you'd like to as well, you know, to receive a sign this weekend that is going to help me and help you guide you on your next step. And of course, your sign is going to be your own individual sign, right? And so cool. If you decided to do that, then look out for it. And that was a really fun reading. I hope you stuck around for the whole thing. If you are listening to this, then obviously you did. So cool. Happy to have you, and check out the links below. If, you know, while you're watching this, there's a good chance that my Cosmic Destiny report is still on sale, so the price will be going up just a little bit. It's a super duper in-depth report, and so that's the deal with that. And you can always throw any questions my way if you have any about it. And you know, I love astrology. I do find it very useful, and it's not about just like, it's very similar to the way I do these readings in a way. It's like you use the points, the astrology to help guide you into the next level, the deeper awareness of the truth there, and also to point out like, ooh, hey, this looks like a block here, you know, like in your personal journey. And so, you know, it's kind of like the side of the block that you're on could be anywhere from blocked to having transcended it. And what does transcending the block look like? Well, it also looks like a really huge treasure, right? So that's another cool thing I think that astrology really brings to the table, is to me, like, your natal chart just looks like a big treasure chest, honestly, like all that treasure in your heart just like waiting to be tapped into. So yeah, I never really quite thought about it like that. I'm glad I started talking about it. And anyways, take care. Enjoy this little kind of festive time, and do something really nice for yourself. Spend some time with self-care. The Taurus full moon really digs that kind of energy, coziness and stuff like that, and very like much grounding into physical pleasures, and especially like food and movies and cozy, just like that kind of thing. So yeah, that's gonna do it. So yeah, hey, like it if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't yet done so, and you're interested in keeping up with readings and other videos on my channel. And I love having you in my greater community, in the greater Twin Flame community. And that's also really affiliated with Twin Flames Universe. And so there's also links below too if you are interested in ever joining the open forum and you haven't yet and you're on Facebook. You can totally just be there. You don't have to make posts, but it's very helpful, very supportive. So also consider that too. And that's it. I'm going to stop now. I'm going to stop this reading. It is over. So enjoy the full moon. Love you. Take care. Bye.